My dearest love, I hope this letter finds you well. The war rages on, and I fear that I may not make it out alive. Recently, we were involved in a fierce battle at Braugh. The sound of bombs exploding and gunfire ringing out filled the air, and the screams of the wounded echoed in my ears. The sight of so much death and destruction is enough to break any man's spirit. Despite the horrors of war, I find solace in the camaraderie of my fellow soldiers. We're all in this together, and we look out for each other. We share our meager rations and tell stories to pass the time. The bonds we have formed help us to cope with the constant fear and uncertainty. However, the nights are still long and restless. Sleep comes hard, and when it does, it is plagued by nightmares. I dream of the friends I have lost and the atrocities I have witnessed. The memories are seared into my mind, and I fear that they will haunt me for the rest of my life, however long that might be. I miss you more than words can express. I long to hold you in my arms and feel your warmth. The thought of you is what keeps me going in these dark times. Sometimes I wonder if this war is worth it, if all the death and destruction is justified. But I try not to dwell on these thoughts, as they only bring me down. Please take care of yourself and know that I'm thinking of you always. Yours forever, Frans. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 3 of the Great War Western Front. Before we kick off today's battles, which are fairly inevitable considering the AI stacks, some housekeeping. Number 1, I'm going to be streaming this game against Brother Monroe, a fellow content creator. You might know him from Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the game that I tend to cover every now and then. We're ideally going to be doing a 1v1 campaign, but sadly that is not in the game. So we're going to be doing skirmish instead and seeing who is the better World War I general. Down below in the description you can find a link to the stream so you can already set an alert for it, or what has YouTube have you do. It is also going to be including a face cam for me, so if you've always wondered who the hell is this guy, you can see me on there. Point 2. I had to recreate the save for this campaign, because I think that as I was running and recording the first 2 episodes of the game before the game was actually released, I think my save just didn't work anymore. I could still load it, and if I hit the next turn, the game then just looped and just didn't actually proceed to the next turn. The AI didn't actually do anything. So I did the same battles, I did the same deployment of my troops, but the numbers are going to be slightly different as I've already applied what I've learned in the previous episodes. Speaking of that, I have played the game a bunch off-screen. I've improved my gameplay, I read all the comments, and I take all of your tips to heart as much as I can. Now, I do get some bullshit comments going, oh, I wonder when stealth will learn. Like, fucker, just if you have a tip, write the tip. Wonder when stealth will learn? Like, talk about me in the third person on my channel? That's just extremely disrespectful, and whatever person does that next, I'll delete. You can talk to me like I'm a normal person, because I am. Also, I have already recorded this episode before, and in it I talked about what the game still needed to change. There were some things that were a bit weird. The AI seemed to have this Eye of Sauron that could see the whole map. They were shooting machine gun pits that they shouldn't really be able to see. It got weird. Thankfully, today or yesterday, a patch has been released that addressed a lot of that stuff. So thankfully the devs listen to feedback and act on the said feedback, and that means that, well, in my book, they're already better than some of the other developers out there. Alright, I believe that's all the housekeeping done. Now, let's have a look at what the AI could be doing, because it is still my turn, for now, but that's about to change. They have a pretty big stack over here in Luneville. Based on what I have, which is not a lot, they could attack pretty much anywhere. But most likely, Colmar. Because I only have 1 stack here. Now I can either decide not to use these guys at all, or to make it as costly for the allies to push in as possible. I cannot really use stacks from Sarrebourg, so I'm going to have to pull them in from somewhere else. I'm thinking the group from Stenai over here, they have 3. I'm going to move 1 to Colmar, just so I have a few more units. As for other big blue stacks, they got one over here in Arras. This is problematic. This is either going to go to Perron, where I have 2, or I have 3 over here. And again, I can't exactly reinforce them. Maybe I can push 1 chip from here to there. But this stack will move, either to Lille or to Perron. Perron already has a field hospital, and I'm considering also setting one up in Lille. Yeah. Let's push 1 stack here to Perron, and one of these guys also to Perron. And that means I have 6 here and 3 there. I'll take one of you guys and assist in Lille. I'm not sure where the AI is going to go. It's going to be either of these two, because this stack will attack. The other one back there and the other one back here, they're probably going to hit Colmar pretty hard. And sadly, I don't really know what else to send. Maybe these two? Thankfully, units don't seem to have a movement limit in this game. So hopefully this is going to help Colmar a bit, but it could just mean that this group is going to hit Colmar, and these are instead going to go to here, Morange. I'm not sure. It's a problem. This big stack of mine has already attacked, and I cannot use it anymore. So my whole line is pretty thin, and sadly, there's not a whole lot that I can do. As for research, we're done there. Perron has a hospital. I'm thinking Lille is also going to be needing a hospital, because it means I reduce the cost of soldiers by 20%. And I also reduce the national will loss by 25%. So if I lose the battle, or if I lose units due to casualties, which will happen, that's going to normally give you, let's say, a 10-point willpower loss. But if you do this, it's going to only cost you 7.5. So I'll go with this. I'm just going to start spamming hospitals, and next turn I'm going to start spamming supply depots. Yeah, here and here. So that we're going to make it very, very, very expensive for the allies to push in. Or at least not as expensive for me. Let's see where the allies are going to go. Yeah, here we go. I have a couple of guys over here, because they're coming in from Arras to Lille. Pretty much as expected. They have 10 cores. I have 4, I think. The game thinks it's going to be a minor loss. I'm going to try and turn that into something a little different. Now, I am going to play purely defensive. I'm not going to go on offense. I don't want to, because I simply won't have the troops. But instead, I'll put down barbed wire. I'll put down a lot of trenches. And I have also gotten better at deploying these trenches, not making one like big connected fortress, but several lines of trenches that ideally don't get hit by artillery at the same time. Let's see. I think an attack from B to Y is going to be pretty likely, but it doesn't have to be, because the AI knows where you are weakest and pushes there. So that is something that I have to contend with. That is something I have to really watch. Let's say... ideally I would have 2 lines of trenches here, but it's going to be pretty difficult. The thing about these capture points is these sandbags are basically decoration. They don't do anything. So if you want to, you can just set up a line there and then one line behind it. And that works. It's not ideal, but it works. Yeah. I'm expecting these trenches to get overrun at some point, so I'm holding on to these. This also means I'll probably be able to deploy some barbed wire in front of them. I think barbed wire currently is way too expensive. You're paying 10. That is really quite pricey. But hey, if it buys me time, then I'm all for it. The problem is I need to do this for quite a lot of my positions. That's the challenge. Let's go with 1-1-1. I'm just going to use a couple of these free trenches as I have them. I got 291 left. I can spend all of this, because the game reserves 25% of your total supply. So with that, you can still use additional units a bit later. As for fire support, I think a light field battery somewhere back here is going to be helpful. Because like I said, I'm defending. The problem is they're so incredibly expensive relative to my total supply that I don't want to afford too many of them. I really can't afford too many of them. Okay, we're going to set up a main trench over there. Put some troops in there. And yes, I have learned that troops are cheaper in the pre-deployment phase, or the deployment phase such as this, rather than the deployment phase in battle. Here we go. Sadly, the game does not show you what the range of fire is on these units. But I know that if you have a trench like this, where you could put another one in between, these guys can still attack units that are trying to breach this trench. So in this way, it is definitely helpful. Now, as for barbed wire, I could make a line like this, but that is 50 points. It will slow them down, though, and it will allow my guys more time. As for machine guns, I found that they get very quickly suppressed and tend to get promptly destroyed by the AI. So I'm not really going to run with those. I do want, let's say, a few more trenches. Something like this. Now this is going to be an extremely bloody affair. It's going to get really, really, really messy. Let's get as many troops in these trenches as possible. And I also have to start paying attention to this right-hand side, to this right flank. Because this is currently my weakest side. If they push through here, they're going to get very, very easily into my flank here. Which will cost me the battle. So we're going to have to reinforce these lines. Yeah. I'm going to push you guys out of here. And get another group to go here. And yeah, let's just make some more trenches. What I've found is that if given the opportunity, double stack your frontline trenches, because these tend to get hit a lot. And by hit, I mean they tend to start to do 1v1s. So it's going to be man-to-man fighting. People tend to overrun these trenches. But the lines in the back, if you put 2 troops in here, or 2 companies, it's not going to be that useful because only one will fire and the other one's sort of the reserve. And it also shows you that these will fire and these will not. Whereas if this one starts getting overrun, now I have 2 companies inside. And this is going to help me keep this trench a little safer. There is a downside. And the downside is the AI kind of knows, if that's the right turn of phrase, they know. And they will, of course, hit those pretty hard with artillery if given the opportunity. Let's put some more barbed wire in front of these things. Here too, yeah. I think a few more units is probably going to be beneficial. But I don't have a whole lot of trenches to put them in anymore. Here. Okay, boys, here we go then. Good luck. Hold out as long as you can and make the allies pay for it. Because one of the ways that I found that the tactical layer interacts with the strategic layer quite a bit is if you can actually manage to hold out on the tactical layer like I'm trying to do now, the AI is going to be paying a lot in order to actually reinforce their units. So this means they're going to be suffering on the strategic map, which later means they cannot buy supply for units in the tactical map. So that's how these two interact. Make them bleed on the tactical and you'll potentially win the strategical. Now, like I said, I'm not going to attack. I'm perfectly happy sitting here and holding points Zulu, X-Ray, and Yankee. And we're probably going to see some massive wave attacks. I am maxed out on deployment. I am in 165 supply. These things cost me 6 to fire. So I can fire about 20 salvos and still call in a few more divisions. Oh, sorry, a few more companies. It's going to get rough. Let's see, this... Yeah, that's a weather balloon. See, these weather balloons could spot the entire map. They could just see everything. And probably the AI right now doesn't have that luxury. Probably. I haven't tested it yet. But as I was saying at the start of the episode, the reason I'm re-recording this is because I was complaining about things in the episode that have already been fixed. Which I thought was not particularly fair. Not to you guys, not to the devs. So here I am re-recording this. Here we go. The Brits are here. Let's see if this barbed wire is going to do anything useful. Or if they already get taken out. Oh, there's a lot of Brits here. Hit that with suppression. Ah, this is perfect. Now I can do the opposite. Now I can discuss what has been changed for the better. What used to happen is that if you had artillery hit here, the guys back here were getting suppressed. That's no longer true. So my guys over here can shoot out to this point, which is exactly what I wanted. These front trenches can get suppressed. The guys in the back are not getting suppressed. So the guys in the back can still fire. And by using my artillery on this big group, they're getting slowed down. And that is what I want, because then these trenches become active again. And with that, I can actually use them again. Now the barbed wire seems to be doing its job. They're trying to climb over and getting stuck on it. It's not an ideal solution. Like, it will slow them down. But eventually it'll break. And it'll get so broken that it'll no longer be effective. Another battery there. This is why you want to have these trenches in the front double stacked. There we go. That's elite infantry down. These guys are basically waiting to climb into the front trench. Come on, get the elites out of here. Those are dangerous guys. Thank you. Okay, so that cost them a lot of units. A lot. Now, I'm going to gradually start cycling these units out. Because this is 78 for 225, so these are down to 1/3 strength. But before I actually call them, before I evac them, I want to have the other company in that position. Because otherwise I will be kind of left hanging. I don't have enough units. I gotta wait for these guys to pull out of the battlefield and then I can bring a fresh company in. There's more coming in. Here we go. This is where I want my new group of infantry. You guys are gonna have to do that in skirmish mode. Yep, here's the new wave. Now, I like this because the AI is spending a load of resources on this. See, this is a problem. They're already getting hammered. They already lost 70 men. Just getting spawned in, pretty much. There's the barbed wire. Oh, it's still holding. Still holding. Okay, that's one group down. This trench is opening up as well. Their firing line is not great. Get rid of these. Pause for a second. I'm going to cycle a few of my companies that way. Because I think I might need them. At this rate, we're going to get overrun. But the Brits are paying a heavy price for it. Oh, sorry, the Allies. It's not strictly the British. This is, what do you call that? I was going to say Anzac, but it's the basic, sorry, it's the British colonies. Uh-oh. That trench is having a really tough time. Go, boys. This trench has been lost. But this is when they tend to make a mistake and they just leave. For some unbeknownst reason. Oh, that's not good. They're going trench to trench, but the trench is suppressed. Here's the next wave. I'm gonna have to buy some time here. Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Get in this trench for the time being. Okay, wonderful. You held that. Oh, there's not the next wave. Not as bad as I was expecting, really. Come on, slow them down. Yep, they're going right through the barbed wire. This company is probably going to have to leave. Let's call in a fresh one. You take this trench. You take this trench. Yeah, we held it, but only barely. And they're immediately coming under new artillery fire. Okay, you guys move here. Yeah, here's the next wave. Suppress them. As much as we can. Oh, shit. Shit, I don't want Artie on this. Yeah, I know. We got 99 supplies left. It's not ideal, but it's what we have. Start skirmish mode. They're definitely going to take this front trench, but I don't know if they'll be able to hold it. Swap these around. The other guys have more numbers. Oh, that's bad news. That's Gurkhas. Those guys throw grenades. And they tend to be fairly adequate with them. This one company is going to fall. It definitely won't hold. Oh, that's particularly rude. Yeah, this company didn't even make it into the trench in time. Got there a bit late. Okay, now that we have a minute, start shifting some trenches around. You guys are also going to move up the front. Please wait until the artillery barrage is over before you leave. Yeah, now you can go. So far, they've lost a decent amount of their supplies. And I still have 101 supplies left. So I can hold out for quite a while longer. No, I want you to come in from here. Give me 2 companies for now. Yeah, here's the next wave. Hit him up. If you can, just rush in there. Nope, hold off. Sit in that trench. Don't do anything. Because this front trench keeps coming under bombardment. There goes another wave of Indian infantry. And British. And more Indian infantry. Reinforce this trench. Take this trench. Go here. Just do it in skirmish mode, friends. Otherwise, you might not live to see another day. They're once again going to take this front trench, but it's costing them so many losses. There we go. Oh, no, no, thank you. Hold off. These guys got here just in time. Damn it. They're a bit too good at predicting where my troops are going to go. Swap. Swap. Oh, crap. Just leave. Come on. There's another group of elite infantry coming in. They did suppress this trench, but they didn't do it properly, because now I'm already ready for the next wave. Oh, here comes the next artillery salvo. Alright, let's take this trench back. Right now, there's a bit of a lull in the fighting on the right, so I might be able... Well, scratch that. I might be able to get into this trench, but I'm going to have to be very, very quick about it. Come on. Take the trench. Well done, boys. Now they're going to pay for it. Suppress them. Go here. Go here. I don't want everybody getting suppressed. Note how they're not hitting the right flank, or the, sorry, my left flank at all. There's nothing going on here. Good lord. That's a lot of men. Swap. I'm swapping these guys because these only have 87 shooters left and these have 225, so they're far, far stronger. These are going to be dead before they get to the trench. Yeah, they did push my trench out for now. Oh, they did get to the trench. Okay. Why do you guys leave the trench? That's a really bad idea. Now, my problem is I only have 40 supplies left, and we still got 9 minutes left. So, at this point, it's going to be picking. Do I want more groups, or do I want to have some supplies left for artillery salvos? My choice is to have more infantry. Because I might be able to do a bit of suppression damage with artillery, but it won't be enough. And if I don't have enough, it means I'm going to get overrun and my artillery will be dead anyway. So I'm going to focus on getting some more firepower from my infantry, rather than from all of my artillery. So let's give them one, well... No. I'm not giving them a salvo. We're just gonna have to hold out with what we have. These guys doing quite well. Reinforcements are coming in from the left. Take this trench. Yeah, you're not getting in here. My trench. Okay, this is once again going to get overrun, but at a steep price. Swap. Kill him. Good work. See, they might do these mass wave attacks, but it's costing them so many men. 7.5 minutes left. This trench is going to fall. But the AI just tends to make a mistake. They tend to push out with their trench. Or they're going to go man to man, which is... Well, it can go either way at this point. Okay, that's the last of my supplies. I'm down. I have nothing I can call in anymore. No supplies. Soon we'll be throwing rocks at the enemy. That's fine. We will rock their world. One way or another. Now, they got trenches here all over the place. Probably with machine gun nests as well. So trying to get in there is very, very difficult at best. I might be able to push in from here, though. So we're going to be doing something somewhat dangerous. You guys are going to deal with this. I want my trench back. There's probably another human wave tactic coming in. Skirmish. Yep, and there's the next wave. Get in here. Sit over there. Nope. Oh, they suppressed this trench. That's annoying. This trench is gonna fall. Again. Push to this trench. Go here. Turn around. Go, 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 go! Don't get suppressed. Oh, shit. Too close. Move. Sneak along the map edge. Sometimes you can harvest some points just by killing off a couple machine gun nests. Oh, this is bad news. There's 2 groups in here now. Let's relocate these. Oh! Damn it. Pull back. Their loss has been staggering. Yeah, but is it enough? That's the real question. Get in here. See, they can shoot at the back, but they don't have enough defense when they do that. They don't get any defense bonuses, as far as I know. But you're gonna have to get there in order for my infantry to actually deal any kind of damage to them. Okay, they're suppressed. Excellent. If I could take down their weather balloon, that would be spectacular. That would cost them a lot of points. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of men. We've only got 4 minutes left, so this might be it. Piss off. That's heavy artillery, by the way. That's a smaller area. Cool story. Unfortunately, you missed me. Now I can take out your truck. Some question I've seen is how do you target units? Because they just march up. Yeah, if you march up, if you right-click this, and this is a bit weird. If you right-click this, they're just going to go there. You need to right-click that. So the unit icon, if you will. Otherwise, they will indeed not do what you want them to do. Oh fuck, there's an active machine gun nest. Yeah, this group's dead. This trench is also gonna have a problem. Push back to here. That's a mistake. I shouldn't have pushed out of the trench. Ooh, who's going to get there first? It might be them. Yeah, it's them. But they're taking some substantial losses getting there, as these trenches are fighting back. Well done. Well done. Excellent job. Okay, and now you guys are all dead. Now we can take this trench back. And I might have taken some losses, but not nearly as many as the Allies. Come on, do your level best. Because your very survival will depend on it. This is going to get killed off, the elite infantry. There's more elite infantry. This group's dead. These are pushing out, that's a mistake. Wow, they won? That's interesting. But now they're pushing out and they're once again getting killed off. Okay, I can go trench to trench. They don't have that luxury. Oh, there's another wave. Okay, let's pull another couple of companies back. Sorry, no, you guys are set. It's good. That's another company down. The problem is I don't have enough firepower anymore. I got 54 men here out of 225. At this rate, we're definitely not going to hold out. Yeah, just enter the fray. It's gonna be fucking messy anyway. But at least it frees up the trench on the left, so I can get some more guys in there. You guys move up. I think their artillery has ceased for some reason. I didn't take it down, so they might be running a little low on supplies, even though the bar doesn't seem to say so. Yeah, push out of the trench, see how well that's gonna go for you. 40 seconds left. I have defeated 10 British companies a long time ago. Oh fuck, they're capturing the X point. Oh, that's annoying. That's not something I can stop, really. Come on, take down the elites. Now take down the other incoming company. Oh, yeah, you got him. Good job. By the way, as I was saying, this barbed wire just gets destroyed over time. These parts haven't been hit. It's just throwing a lot of infantry through the barbed wire will take it down. Eventually. Now here's the problem. I can't move out of my trench without getting shot. And they can't move out of their trench without getting shot. So we're just kind of getting stuck. They will capture the X point, which will give them some points. Oh! That's why I don't get out of the trench. They will get stuck. And I think we're both kind of exhausted when it comes to manpower. So let's go into this trench from the side. Let's see if I can push them out here. Get in the trench. Because I might be able to shoot back at whatever is capturing X. And otherwise, I'll be taking down some more companies here, which means further losses for them. Good. Next. Let's purify our trench network. Yeah, they're going to capture X. Getting that back is going to be tricky at best. How much do they have here? Holy moly. They're all out in the open though. Get in the trench! Yeah, I won't be able to do that in 12 seconds. That's fine. They'll have taken some of my territory, but it's fine. The Allies request a ceasefire even with 6 seconds to go. I'll accept your ceasefire. We held our ground. Against, I'd say, fairly overwhelming odds. Ceasefire. We left to fight another day on this territory. And how much did I lose? I lost 5,751 men. They lost almost 20,000. And this is what I meant with the economic warfare. It's going to cost me 766.8 to resupply this entire group. It's going to cost them 2,890, which in my case is about half of the money that I have. This is far better. So this is why the field hospitals become far more useful. And if you just let the allies bleed, or if you're fighting the Central Powers, if you let the Central Powers bleed, on the tactical map, it's going to transfer over to the strategic map. That's the plan. Now, the question is this their only attack? And I rather doubt it. I think they're going to keep hitting me, because they also had bigger stacks somewhere else. Stalemate. I lost 3 willpower, they lost 11. That's expensive. Nice. I also actually got cash for that. So out of my 700 losses, I actually had 300 losses because I completed the objective. Yep, here's the other battle. From Luneville to Colmar. But I'm going to take this one off screen. Or rather, no, I'll do it in the next episode. So you guys know what is coming up. Thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you soon for the next battle. Take care and good luck on the battlefield.